Oh, yeah, I was going to say, on account I ain't got any.
Okay,
Yes.
you're recording.
Okay. All right. So they have now set the jury.
Okay.
The first thing that they did was the judge struck the press pay. Yeah, I know. Hold on a second. I had to, okay, can you hear me?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because we're going to be walking, I wanted to make sure I could hear you okay. Okay, so, now I'm going to give you some information that I think I know, but I'm not real sure.
Okay, well, you've got something that's kind of making crumbly noises, so whatever that is, put your hand over the speaker on the earbud you're wearing.
Okay, that's the wind. Okay, how's that?
That's a little better.
Okay. All right, so, yes, do you mind? Okay. Okay, so the first thing the judge did was strike the press pay. Okay? And then
what was the reason he gave for striking?
He didn't say exactly.
Okay.
He just said it. And then there was another motion that the government wanted to put forward, ostensibly to correct a clerical error. Heather said, no, I don't consent to this, I don't consent to the press pay thing, basically in her legal language, I didn't know that we could take in stuff to write with, but we can, and I didn't.
Okay.
I don't have anything with me, but, so during the entire proceedings, she was saying to, hold on a second, where did David go? Huh? He's got my bag with all of my identification in it. I'm sorry, you know David, right?
Yes.
Okay. He's got my credit card. That's the only reason I'm asking. Okay, so, She was fast and furiously. Do you know where we're going? Then are we waiting for him, or are you taking me there? Okay. Okay, so she was riding fast and furiously, and then she had Bill leave the courtroom, and
Heather?
Yes. Heather stated orally that she had motions that she was stating orally that she would have the paperwork to file. Then by the time it was to go, I guess, be filed or whatever, before they started, then they did the voir dire questions for the jury.
Yeah.
However, that I did not know, and I would like for everyone that hears this to know, is that they struck, I'm sure you probably already knew, Randy's questions.
No, Randy issued a cancel. He struck them himself.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. I just knew that the questions they were asking were the ones that I had read for everyone.
Right, and he struck that when the filing went into effect this morning simultaneously to when they were selecting the jury, and that's why it came out when it did in the trial.
I see. Okay. So they went through the voir dire questions. They have now seated 14 jurors, 9 females, 5 males.
I like that.
Yeah, me too. What else? Okay, I'm sorry.
David had given me an update. He texted me to say that Cynthia, Anne-Marie, Parker Still, Jay Duran with the FBI, two paralegals were there, and that the jury pool was a combination in the background of legal, banking, loan officers, stepmom of one juror is retired IRS CE, and other work with federal agencies, specifically with real estate titles, Tennessee Valley title.
That's correct.
Right, and I would say there's no coincidence that all of those industries and experiences are represented here at this unfolding.
Actually, you're correct. And here's something else, too, that David didn't know and I didn't know until just prior to leaving. Two additional DOJ personnel have showed up and are sitting in the courtroom, however, apparently not in an official capacity.
Mm-hmm.
As I have not seen them interact with anyone from the front of the court. They were sitting in our row. Judy, God love her, asked them why they were here. And so, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Let me see, I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Did they answer her when we asked them?
Yes, she did. They did.
Okay.
I have her here. Do you want to talk to her?
Yeah.
I was walking from the vehicle to get water and my phone, so hold on a second and I'll give you Judy.
See?
Yes. You're the one that talked to, yes.
Can you just help her to call you and give him the update too?
Okay, Heather's asking you to call Yusuf and give him the update too.
Yes, I will.
I was telling her about our friends in the front row that you asked who they were,
Right.
and so she would like to ask you some questions. And actually, BZ, that's really all I have, except to say that I felt the courtroom filling up with, of course, way more folks than what we had in there in the physical.
Yes.
And as I close my eyes, I can see color. And as I was sitting there, I saw the room fill up with what I'm calling ether, black and purple. Okay?
Great.
And
so, when does the trial resume? When's the recess for lunch ending?
1:30.
Okay, great.
We go back in at 1:30.
Okay. Thank you.
So, you're welcome. Thank you. Here is Judy.
Great.
I would advise using those so you don't.
Hi, Dizzy.
Hey, Judy. How's it going?
It's going great.
Good. So
How
tell
you
me
doing?
about the two. I'm doing good. Tell me about the two DOJ gentlemen you spoke with.
Well, it was a male and a female, and they were sitting between me on the other side of Bill, and I just leaned over and said, "Hey, who are you here with?" And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Who are you here with?" And they're like, "What?" And I had to get over really close, and I said, "Who are you here with? What agency?" And they said, "Oh, DOJ." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And she goes, "God, nobody's ever asked me that before." And we had a little talk about how cute her necklace was and stuff like that. Are you there?
Yep.
Okay, I heard something on the phone. Anyway, I asked if they were there on any kind of official capacity, and they said a slight bit hesitantly, no, and that they were there on their own, taking notes, observing, and that was that. Really not much more to it. They were listening in, they were over in the corner on our side, so they were listening in to, kind of what people do, but, they I don't know, I liked both of their energies. They didn't feel like most of the crews that, are stone-faced and button up with, God knows what. But, typically what you see is these people who are, I'm not even sure if they're human. I mean, it's kind of funny. These two kind of felt like they were. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I don't know that it was any kind of an event at all. It was just, a non-event or whatever it was. I don't know.
Right. Well, when Sheila mentioned it, the pictures that came into my mind is they were people there from sessions and just keeping an eye on it. So anyway, so whatever it's worth, that's what came in clear.
Nice. Yeah, that could very well be. But I asked them if they were from this area, and again, like I said, hesitantly, they were like, yeah, we're from this. But
we live on this planet. Yep, we're from this area.
Exactly. They asked me. They said, "Who are you with?" And I said, it may not make a whole lot of sense to you, but I said, I'm with humanity. And she kind of looked and, scrunched up her face a little bit, and I'm like, I know, it sounds a little woo-woo. And she shook her head. She's like, yeah, it kind of does. And I said, that's okay. I said that, nonetheless true. So that was about it. And then eventually, they asked me, because I was talking to some other people around. There's a young man who's there works with Apple, and his wife just gave birth to their fourth child, and he's on maternity leave for 6 weeks, and he's like, I needed to get out, and so I've always loved to come out, history and all that kind of stuff. But he didn't know anything about the case, but he sounds really very interested. It was just
great. And just put your hand over the mic so the wind is buffered. What was your energy read on the courtroom and Parker Still's energy?
I don't know. I get company, man. And everybody is always kind of flowing around. What's her name?
Anne-Marie Salto?
No, not Anne-Marie Salto.
Cynthia Davis.
Cynthia's kind of like the ruler in there, so everybody, kind of hovers around her, and she likes to laugh real loud, and like she just told the best joke in the world about what was going on, and everybody, has to laugh along with her, and that kind of thing. But just very, to me, what I'm seeing over there is just very mechanical. It's, they believe that what they're doing is important and right and whatever, and they think that this whole thing is a farce. And
did Varlin state any reason for striking the new press to pay from yesterday?
No, and he wasn't about to. Varlin didn't give any reason for striking it. He just said, no, I'm just doing it.
And
he wrote something? Heather's already rejected all of that. Would you like to? Do you want to talk to her? She can explain a lot of this.
Yes.
Okay. Are you up for it, Heather? Okay.
Oh my God, does that look good? If I would have done this thing, I would have worked out.
Hey, BT.
Hey, Heather.
I'm not even with that.
We're having so much fun. I'm having so much fun.
I can tell. I can tell. So what would you like to share?
Oh, it was great. I did the, press to be declaration of your cause and judgment in order of dismissal last night. And apparently the prosecutor, which I only received as I stepped into court, that Cynthia had filed a amendment to the indictment. And I got handed it. I just sat there going, are you kidding me? And basically what that functions as, what effectively they're attempting to do, is to reinstate the indictment before the trial because it was canceled.
Right.
So by putting an amendment, and they get you to agree to the amendment, then the whole thing comes back in. So I sat there and I was just like, and I explained that on the court. I said, effectively what they're trying to do. And I said, so I duly reject that without dishonor for due cause, like, all the normal stuff.
Right.
And made that part of the record as well. And then Parlin goes, well, I'm going to rule on it. And I was like, so he made an oral ruling. And then I just sat there going, right, okay, for the same reason I'm duly rejecting your oral and any written order that you may put in. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay. And so I sat there and they're like, oh, okay, but see, it's not in writing and part of the record. So I sat there. They wanted to do jury selection. And they took a break while they went to go gather the jurors. And I said, look, they don't have authority in jurisdiction. It's void. Their jurisdiction authority is void in the whole record. I was like, so I need to make a standing declaration before they even attempt that I don't consent or give them authorization to do jury selection or do a trial or any of that. And he goes, I told Julie that, but, Farland declared. She goes, what, he'll do it after. And I said, no. I said, that would prejudice me if you attempt to do it after. I was like, so it either has to be done before, or I can put it in writing and go file it. And she goes, oh, I'll talk to Farland. So apparently after she talked to Farland, they didn't want me to put it in writing. So I did it orally. Then they went to go get the jury, and I sat there and wrote the entire time they did the jury selection. I wrote everything out. And then I took the declaration of due cause and the judgment and order of dismissal, put standing in front of that title, and then refiled it.
And did that get filed? Did Bill do personal service to get it filed?
No, we'll do personal service. It's already at the clerk's office, and it shows that the clerk and Farland, all those guys have been served, so we have that. And I made copies for Randall as well as for Cynthia. So everyone has it. So right now it's just a big dog and pony show, and they want to go in and do opening statements and all this, and I sat there and they were kind of like, what do you want to do here? And I was like, you guys, I'm going to, without prejudice, I reserve to be able to make any kind of statement, opening statement or something of that kind, after they've gone in and made their entire case. Because right now, for me, it's about what they're doing. I can't stop people from being corrupt, ignorant, colluding, corrupt, but I can't accept their actions as proof of their corruption and their colluding and their ignorance.
Yes.
And I said that this was going to be amicable. I stick to it. I do what I say. And so I'm having a great time. Francis actually did the whole jury thing. He looked at me, and as soon as he saw that I wasn't going to do anything, what I was doing was how I feel to do this. He just sat there, he grabbed the pen and paper, and he started doing everything, writing notes, and then he chose and marked off ones he thought should be, taken off. He just did all of that. And then Randy gets together, and Stephen and Francis and I, and they're kind of like, okay, what do you say? I was like, hey, man, this is what I've done. I've gone in and I filed these. I have proofs of filing coming out for you guys. I said, so I've already taken care of all of this. I said, right now, what's going to happen is appropriate action under Executive Order 13818. Yeah. I said, so I took care of what needs to be taken here.
Cover the place.
Yeah. Well, I just said I promised to be amicable and that this will be amicable, so let them do as they feel to do, Randy, as you feel to do.
Okay, great.
And he goes, but I want to say everything that you say. How do I do that?
Hold the mic because of wind. I can't hear anything.
Sorry, how's that? How's that?
Yep, good. Good, go ahead.
Well, no, it's just, Randa was like, what do I do? I want to say exactly what you say, but, and it goes so fast. The whole point is courtrooms, unless you feel that it's your house, they're built so that anyone that enters them doesn't feel comfortable and can't think. Courtrooms are my house. I mean, that's just how I feel. That's how I act. I'm having a great time with this. They are completely laying out I already put on record that, my whole purpose and the purpose of that case, including D.C., was to establish what national security threats the judicial branch is inherent in their structure and systems.
Yes.
So, all I can do is make my record, and then they make theirs. I can't stop someone from being corrupt in the flow of things. All you can do is let them make the record of choosing to be corrupt and being corrupt, and then take care of it.
Right. That's right.
So this is for public, but this is one. You have your judicial, the corruption and collusion and ignorance, mind you, was throughout the entire system, and it was designed that way from 1871 onwards.
Right.
So that's why I feel there needs to be compassion, and that's all I'm going to show, and I'm going to have a lot of fun while everyone does it, because I already know what the end result is, and, whether that's, this is the only day that this goes forward like this. What, right now this is a matter of everyone seeing if President Trump really is for the people, by the people, and cleaning things up, because the main national security threat that has always existed has been the fraud and the perpetrators of a fraudulent financial system.
Absolutely.
And it is throughout every single part of life in America, as well as every other part on this planet.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So now, and in the past, none of the other leaders like Putin, you had Berlusconi, all these guys for years have been told, clean it up. They chose to do even more, just never believing that any of this could change. I can tell you they're in shock that all this is happening in the last 6 months. They never believed it possible. So right now, Trump is the one that, President Trump is going to be able to have the opportunity to show if he truly is here for the people, to protect them, their life, their interests, and their property, etc., and stop slavery, stop human trafficking, because that's what the financial system, that's the main thing prevalent in the financial system, is human trafficking.
Yes. Yes.
And it's just so elegant after all the other attempts at slavery that have been done throughout history. This is the most elegant form of slavery ever done.
Yes, and slavery nonetheless.
Yes. So that's all I have to say. I'm having tons of fun. Randy looks gorgeous. He looks beautiful. Feels beautiful to me. He gets what's going on. And what's really awesome is I love that man. I'm not leaving here until he's out.
Right.
I don't leave people behind that do the cleanups. I do not lose anyone. And I'm so grateful to everyone that was involved from the beginning, such as this particular unexpected event, for doing so beautifully. Because everyone is doing this, everyone has done this, and I love you all. My gratitude, my love, and my continued service.
Great. I'll get this out, have some good lunch, and I will call Yusuf.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll let him know. And give him my love.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye.